Hey YouTube, today I wanted to talk about the widely acclaimed Spyderco Delica. This is not mine. I purchased this as a gift, so this will be leaving me soon, but the one I carry is the full flat ground version. One of the reasons that the Spyderco Delica is such a well-liked knife is it comes in at a cheap price. Maybe around $50, $60 depending on where you go, but you get a very well-made knife. Spyderco always makes their knives with top qualities. I'm sure you know this is a VG10 knife, FRN handle, and this is the Delica4. But there are certain features about it that make it a great knife in my opinion, and one of those is that it has a full-size handle while only having a 3-inch blade. In a lot of areas, the knife limit is 3 inches, the blade length limit, and a lot of 3-inch blades you cannot get a full 4-finger grip. What I like about this one, and it has the first cutout is large enough for my first 2 fingers, the third, and then the fourth. And then the thumb ramp is great because it allows you to really bear down on the knife and have control over it. Now, I decided not to carry the saber-ground version and instead carry the full flat ground version. I do not carry this with a clip because it goes straight into my pocket right next to my wallet. And this kind of goes into talking about why I carry a Delica. As some of you know, if you watch my knife videos, I'm a huge fan of Emerson knives, and they are considered a hard-use knife. So there are not tasks that needed to be completed by cutting, but that are not considered hard use. So that's what I use the Delica for opening envelopes, for food preparation. The Delica performs admirably, whereas something like an Emerson or a Strider would, let's say, maybe, depending on how sharp your knife is, of course, which mine occasionally, let's say they need to be resharpened. Instead of like opening and cutting the paper, they might tear through the paper, or they might not cut the food evenly. And this is where I think the Spyderco and Delica series shines, is in their cutting performance, which of course is what a knife is made for. But there are a wide range of cutting chores that one needs to accomplish. So, for those of you thinking about getting a Delica, I would say that it's certainly a great choice, but you have to realize that there are some limitations. It has a lockback design, which is great, but I feel like, wow, that was really close to my hands. I feel like it would not withstand torsional strength, that is lateral movement, very well. But like I said, there's the correct tool for the job, and you would probably want to use a pry bar if you needed to pry something. You wouldn't want to use your Delica. But sometimes the situation occurs that you have to use what you have on you, which is why I always carry a heavy use knife on me, like an Emerson or maybe a Strider. But then for delicate cutting chores, again, you can't use, you might not be able to use the Strider or the Emerson or the Hinderer if you want, which is why the Delica is a great choice for those delicate jobs. Now, I think the saber-ground version is a better, how am I going to do this? Okay, the saber-ground is on the left and the FFG is on the right. The FFG is a better slicer, but if you only had to carry one knife, or were only able to carry one knife, I would carry the saber-ground version because it has a thicker blade stock and has a more strong or a stronger tip, whereas the tip on the FFG Delica is extremely acute and very, I'd say brittle, very easily broken. All things that make the FFG Delica a great slicer also make it a rather weak tool. So there's my my ramblings on about the Delica, and hopefully you understood what I was talking about, because I sometimes tend to ramble on like I am right now. So have a good day, everybody, and as always, be dressed to play and geared to slaughter. See ya.